Hi Virgo, welcome to my channel. I'm your Cosmic Auntie, the interstellar storyteller, and this is going to be your monthly reading. I am recording this in February, but it could find you at any point in time and have relevance to you in some form or another. Energy works in its own cool way. So whenever it does find you, I'm really glad you're here and hope you stay if you'd like to, of course. So my intention with these readings is to be of service in some helpful way, and my hope is that they can come alongside you and assist you in gaining greater clarity to whatever it is that you are navigating at this time. That being said, as you pay attention to the messages, always bounce everything off your own intuition, your own inner guidance system. You know yourself best. When a message resonates, you'll know, and when it doesn't, you'll also know. Don't make anything fit. Take what you want, leave the rest. And remember, tarot is never supposed to tell you something you don't already know. I'm hoping to be an energetic soundboard and speak to frequencies that may resonate with you. So thank you for being here, and thank you for contributing your powerful, beautiful energy. These really are such amazing co-creations, and I'm super honored to be hosting them. So let's jump in. I'm going to introduce the decks. This is the Modern Spellcasters Tarot deck. I'm going to be using the African Goddess Rising Oracle and the Dragon Wisdom Oracle. So I will have all of that information down in the description below. Okay, so the visual that I received coming into your reading, Virgo, was, I don't know, it felt like I was kind of in a craft store, or like I was looking in someone's like craft room or drawers or bins or something, but it was like all these like spools of like pearly ribbon, and they were all pastel colored. So it was like pastel blues, pearly whites, and light pinks, and like light pastel yellows, and they're all kind of like streaming down, and it was really beautiful. It gave me this like soft, creative, celebratory energy even. So you know what, that's all I really have to report feeling wise. So I'm interested to see what the cards will reflect. All right, so we've got the Emperor, the Five of Wands, Temperance, and the Page of Cups. So Emperor, the Five of Wands, Temperance, and the Page of Cups. So I immediately take notice. I take notice of this homie in the back here. Everyone else is blindfolded and swinging and not really knowing where they're swinging, but like this homie in the background reminds me of you, Virgo. Reminds me of you, and hanging back and observing the fray in a way. That rhymed, I like that. Just observing, and I sense taking notes. Like they're smiling. They look a little bit amused. There could be like a little bit of like squabbling around in the environment in a way, but like I feel that you're staying back from it, but observing it, learning from it, and maneuvering and navigating based on what you're observing. I don't sense you being too caught up in it. And I sense that there's strategy here in a way of, building what it is that you want to build. When it comes to the Emperor, feeling, in your sovereignty, and really building and enjoying the success in your life. Like there's a real energy of cultivating the life of your dreams here with Temperance and the Page of Cups. There's like this alchemy here of like, I just heard chaos and bliss, and like kind of being aware that life kind of holds it all, and finding your like the center in all of it, right? Alchemizing it in ways that work for you personally. That's why I sense like there's this like it's like squabbling, but you're not part of it, but you're observing it and navigating it. Ooh, and the Fool card. So there's a whole new cycle, a whole fresh start. The Page of Cups too is like being curious about what like makes you feel good, what feels good to you. Clarifier for the Emperor, please. High Priestess. Yeah, so there is a lot of following, sorry, I didn't even finish that sentence. Following your intuition and paying attention to your deep sense of knowing. I sense that you've made some very strategic moves to get where you are based on a really deep relationship with your intuition. King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Five of Wands. Clarifier, please. Oh, the Nine of Wands. So there is this kind of like boundary setting with some conflict in the environment. Again, I really see you as this person here, like really just like observing the fray, like observing the squabbling and just staying out of it, but learning from it and setting boundaries with it. I feel like there is a bit of fatigue with this energy as well. Like it might be tiresome. Judgment. Yeah. I feel this energy of really like maybe the observation of this is to really learn how to protect your peace, you know, protect your environment, protect your energy, because there's also kind of like a fire in the background of this Emperor, but they're like sitting pretty and strong, and they're like tree throne here, kind of at a distance from, again, the flame. So there's this sense of really being close to chaos, but not but not of it. You know, and I maybe that maybe there is a very unique and strategic dance being done here. But I see that what the cards are reflecting is that there's a lot of wisdom and there's a lot of presence you're bringing to alchemizing, just alchemizing it all, and making room for what feels good to you. Like prioritizing joy is what I really feel here. Okay, Judgment really wanted to come out under Temperance. So you've got some pretty serious major arcana here. Really big, energetic reflections. Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So another confirmation of a fresh start. a new cycle, something that's really going to, you know, take root and bloom, growth potential, prosperous, committed, abundant energy comes with the page, the Ace of Pentacles. So Judgment underneath the Temperance card. I really like this Judgment card because I feel like there's major awakenings here, spiritual awakenings, you know, coming into, like, your spiritual gifts coming into view more and more, and like becoming more masterful at utilizing them, wielding them. Clarify for the Page of Cups, King of Wands. Wow. So the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck, again, another confirmation of shifting energy, fresh starts, new beginnings, new cycles. So with the King of Wands, there's a sense of confidence. Again, with the Emperor too, like there is just this like charisma, passion, awareness. Yeah, like there's just a sense of confidence coming through your reading. There is a lot of fire here. Emperor, 5 of Wands, 9 of Wands, King of Wands. And even the Judgment has like fiery depictions. So I feel like there's a lot of renewal here. But again, fire burns pretty hot, so that there can be some, there can be, again, there is an energy of like squabbling in the environment, or like, yeah, something, but there's you kind of taking a step back and just observing it and having this sense of strategy to stay out of it and maneuver through it to continue building what it is that you're building, protecting your peace as well. Like, it's very interesting reading. I just feel a very strong indication of like just going your own way, doing your own thing. And that also connects with what you're observing, like what the squabbling is, what the friction is here, because there's some sort of friction here. And through that learning, like kind of being able to sidestep it and transcend and evolve and expand. The full moon here too, like the full moon in Virgo is going to be coming up. That's going to be the last full moon of the zodiacal year. I think that's how you'd say it. So I feel like by that time, like there's going to be, I don't know, like this sense of peace and enjoyment. I mean, like it's already there. Like I feel like you're really prioritizing your peace, but I just sense the full moon in Virgo is going to be a potent time. And again, an end of a cycle. So that's why I brought up the end of the zodiacal year. So there could be, more celebrations happening at this time, maybe more socializing, and maybe even just feeling a little bit more like, just feeling a little bit more joy coming out of this kind of fiery place. It's kind of cooling off over here. It just feels like cooling off. The Temperance card is about alchemy, mixing two elements to create gold. And I feel like there's this like aspect of like gold emerging from the cauldron here, which is you, right? Like finding your gold, creating your personal gold. And fully enjoying your life, fully enjoying your creations. Like the Lovers at the underneath, and then the Death card, which is again another symbol of change. Like I feel like there's this shift into deeper unity and love with yourself, and for what you are creating in your life. The structures that you tend to in your life with the Emperor. Like the Emperor really, to me, symbols like being sovereign in your body, you know, our body, and also like the dynamics and structures that we create for ourselves and our loved ones. It's a sense of leadership as well as community. And with the High Priestess, it's like, again, there's just strategic moves I sense being made to like sidestep some petty conflict. You know, I do really sense you being this person. You're here, and they look kind of amused, right? Like it's almost like, okay, yeah, you keep yourself busy, and I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna keep minding my own business, cultivating my craft, cultivating and building my life, like, you know, healing, growing, thriving, creating a life of joy, defending my peace, putting boundaries in, shedding, expanding. And I feel like the King of Wands, underneath the Page of Cups around this full moon, is feeling that real sense of confidence, like a real sense of success. This is a very successful king. Same with the Emperor. So what you're doing, like whatever it is that you're doing, is there's a lot of success attached to it. And I sense you being, you know, kind of recognized for that. What's up with this Nine of Wands? This like sticky situation here. I want to know more about that. Five of Wands, Nine of Wands. What's up with that? Knight of Cups. Interesting. With the Three of Wands. It may be like, maybe for some of you, this could be like people squabbling over a certain position at work that you all want, that you all desire, you know? But your strategy is to hang back and kind of like watch them squabble. And I sense ultimately get that role, you know, by you know, having a different strategy. That could be very, you know, maybe for some of you, maybe none of you, I don't know, but that's kind of what it gives me. This could also be like, yeah, squabbling for a certain like you know, I just, the next thing was bursary or scholarship or an award, or like a certain kind of, like maybe there's like there's a similar industry that you're in with people, there's a lot of competition, and you're just like, you know, like that's not your style, like, and you're just like watching the drama, and ultimately, like, you know, I don't know, wish you the most, wish you the best, but are doing things differently and kind of minding your own business and enjoying what you're doing, enjoying what you're creating. Following your intuition, following your heart, you know, being discerning, defending your peace, protecting your peace rather. Like, I mean, she does kind of look like she's in defense mode. So there may be some, like, if you are experiencing any kind of catty energy, just, yeah, keep your energy boundaries strong, your physical boundaries strong. I sense you really keeping your thoughts to yourself when it comes to your creativity, when it comes to your process with the temperance and judgment. I feel a lot of expansion and growth and recognition and success. I see a lot of enjoyment. I feel like there's just a sense of following your joy and following your passion, and that's leading you farther than squabbling over scraps or like who's better. I don't even know what this is, honestly, but yeah, it could fall in a lot of different ways. So the Emperor and the High Priestess. So here's that King of Cups again, the Knight of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Two of Swords. Oh, there's another one that flipped over too. What is it? Queen of Wands. Okay. I just heard slow and steady wins the race. And you're so smart, Virgo. That I just sense, again, not to be redundant, a strategy of stepping back, minding your own business, and staying in your own lane. And if there's any kind of confusion or like not knowing exactly which way to go, or if there's different options, I sense you trying different things. I also sense that rest is where a lot of profound insights are coming through. Resting, and being in your own energy, making like strategic and smart, steady moves towards what it is that you want, cultivating and growing and implementing things when you're feeling ready, that have good, strong legs. And ultimately, again, following your intuition and your passion and your dreams and your desires, and fully enjoying the process. And it, like, there's some kind of drama that I just see you just sidestepping with the Queen of Wands, like very powerful, innovative queen here. The King and the Queen of Wands are here. So I feel, again, this alchemy of masculine, feminine energy within yourself, like really paying attention to the flows of energy, paying attention to the intuition, taking action in ways that feel authentic and feel like right and true to you in the world, right? Like that's the ways in which feminine and masculine energy work together. We all have the yin and yang energies, and we all, play with those different energies in different quotients all the time, depending on what we're doing. So yeah, what's at the bottom here? Three of Cups. I see that there is like a lot of beautiful community here, and through like sidestepping drama and but also observing it, like really seeing what's being squabbled over. There's this meeting of like-minded people that elevate each other. Temperance and Judgment. Oh my gosh. So there's way too many down here, but I'm going to take the Tower here. The Three of Cups still at the bottom of the deck. So there's change here. There's shifts. There's room to expand into the next level. Because as much as the Tower, like, can bring, like, kind of, you know, change. Like, this is a card that often can be one of the more challenging cards in the tarot, and it might be a little bit shocking in a way, but I sense it also elevating you. Eight of Swords and the Five of Cups. Okay, I'm sensing like a little bit on the Three of Swords. Oh. Okay, I feel like Spirit's taking me back to this kind of sticky energy here. It almost feels like there's kind of this like backstabby energy. Might have caught you off guard, but there's this transcendence with the Judgment, and yeah, that's elevating you to a whole new level with, you know, 10 times more blessings and 10 times more abundance and joy. Page of Cups and King of Wands, please. Seven of Swords. Oh. Two of Pentacles. So I read the Seven of Swords in a bunch of different ways. Seven of Swords always says multiple things to me. So the first thing is that someone is trying to steal your power, and then also simultaneously you stealing your power back. Again, going your own way and taking your energy back, recalling your gifts, your knowledge, and going your own way, which I see with the King of Wands and the Page of Cups. And with the Page of Cups, oh, the Magician. The Page of Cups is also being curious about your own emotional needs. And so there might have been a situation where you have kind of moved away from a certain kind of group. Again, it gives me like similar, like gives me like work vibes, but it could also be like family vibes, friend vibes, like community vibes, whatever it is. But I sense that there's been yeah, some drums, the need to protect your energy, protect your peace, as you continue to go for your dreams and follow your heart, and do what it is that you're doing, building the life, building the life of your dreams, and having to, like, something kind of happening here with the Tower where it shifted kind of quickly and brought in like a rapid time of growth and transcendence. And the Judgment energy is not a comfortable energy. Like, this is not a comfortable energy, but with the Temperance here, I see you alchemizing it all into this sense of truth and sense of self. And I really do see, Virgo, you feeling more powerful and feeling more confident in yourself and what it is that you're doing. And also, again, like I can't stress this enough, I do see you sidestepping the fray. Even though it may touch you a little bit and may try to get into your space, you may have to pivot, you may have to you change in some way. I just heard keep them guessing, and take what's yours and move away from a person, people, place, something. These are general, so take it how it resonates. Yeah, if there's anything kind of like holding you back or tying you down, like I see like this person is kind of tied to these two wands, these but fully enjoying like the bird on its hand, you know, like on his hand. So I feel that there's just like signals from nature that are assisting you in, like I just heard micro moves. There's micro moves to kind of free yourself, liberate yourself along the path. And again, elevates you in your craft in some form or another. Very interesting. Is there anything else for Virgo? Seven of Wands. Keep standing in your power and your truth. Shoulders back, heart space, you know, nice and looking in the direction that you're going. Okay, wind at your back. You got this. Protecting, you know, what's yours. Again, there's this notion of kind of like laying low but being big, but minding your own business and keeping them guessing. There's something sticky and weird here, but you're observing it, navigating it, sidestepping it, studying it in order to know how to maneuver it. It might cause sometimes to pivot, or yeah, there might be some changes or letdowns, but it really is only elevating you further, even though it might feel like you're shedding, and sometimes shedding can be uncomfortable. Shedding is uncomfortable. And kind of taking what's yours, taking your power back and going again in your own direction, holding strong in who you are and the direction that you're going and what it is that you're creating, making slow and steady moves. Oh my goodness, Ten of Swords. So I just feel like, yeah, there has been some painful things, like in maybe in a group in some way, and you're like slowly backing away. That's what I feel. It's just like slowly backing away, and then going in the direction that like your heart's calling you, and to, you know, create more space to be able to do the things that you want to do, to create what you want to create in ways that you want to create, to have space for you know, joy and delights and like rest. And interesting. Yeah, I saw the air chalice at the bottom there. Just like, it feels like there's just creating more air to breathe. There's a lot of determination and success with the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands and the Emperor. I feel like the life that you are building is incredibly successful. Fear and companions. That's so interesting. So there's kind of funky energy with kind of like friends, co-workers, maybe even certain family members, community members. It's giving a little bit of external jealousy, maybe, of your successes, of your abundance, of your gifts, of your just a jealousy of you. People might feel threatened by you. For no reason other than just you being you, being in your authentic truth and succeeding and being good at what you're doing, and also being like radiant, with the King and Queen of Wands here, the Emperor, the High Priestess being, you know, very deep and spiritually gifted, and utilizing that in like a, you know, quiet, potent way to create a life that feels good to you. And there's a lot of receiving recognition for that. And yeah, so that's so strange. Well, I'm looking at Avalon, like your mystery, it's like, you know, there's almost kind of like an enigma about you that intrigues people, but like and I get kind of almost a copycat energy too, like, but that's where the keep them guessing kind of energy is coming through. It's like almost people are like trying to keep up, but they can't, because you're making decisions based on like your own intuition and your own originality. And they can try, but they ultimately won't succeed. And it almost feels like they're kind of like almost driven a little bit batty, because they can't keep up, because they might not be thinking originally, right? Like, they look at all of them blindfolded, swinging around, not looking at what they're swinging at, not knowing where it is. And you, with your blindfold off, looking at the thing, studying it, and ultimately like doing your own thing, and being kind of unbothered. And like, it's always amazing to me how unbothered people can really bother people. But honestly, the problem is theirs, and underneath we have a new world. So there is this like whole fresh cycle taking place here. Oh, that's way too many. Where there'll be even more expansion, more success, more creative endeavors, more growth, enjoyment, blessings, prosperity. And like you do it, like there's just this energy of kind of doing it and resting a lot. Like it's just like, it's giving me like this energy of people like not knowing how you're doing it, when really they should just be keeping their own business and tapping into their creative power, instead of trying to compete with everybody else, try to copy everybody else, and step into their originality. But that can be a very fear-inducing for people. And I saw Sache down there, like grounding. I see you really being grounded in your reality and grounded in your body, and again, making sound decisions from this place. And protecting your peace fiercely too. Oh my gosh, Virgo, you're throwing them all over there. That's the side that you like. What is that? On the left side. Again, that's... Where are we at? Oh my gosh, we're at like 40 minutes. But we've got Eisen, Miracles, Sekhmet, Wounded Healer, Marie Laveau, Good Juju, and Long Bubby Susie, Shame. And then we've got Sacred, Katesh, Sacred Lust at the bottom. I do feel a little bit of like, yeah, sexy energy, like, but it's in a way of like being in your power and being in your truth and radiating originality and authenticity. And just, yeah, like I sense with this Judgment card and the Tower, like releasing shame around being seen, releasing shame about receiving, right? Receiving blessings for your hard work, blessings for the love that you bring into the world, just being you. Marie Laveau, Good Juju, again, spiritually gifted. You are incredibly gifted, and may be, you know, like pursuing, like, 'cause she's also a spiritual entrepreneur. So some of you may be spiritual practitioners, and that can look so many different ways, right? Like, but also you could be just like, not just, but you just entrepreneurs. I feel like you're people that go your own way and are very spiritually guided. You apply your spiritual gifts in your own unique way to your endeavors, and through that process are releasing shame around being seen, releasing shame about money shame, body shame, and like fully getting and grounding into yourself. And there's this sense of like the Wheel of Fortune was here too, like luck is on your side, baby, luck is on your side. Sekhmet, wounded healer, so another indication of how powerful the people who are here and resonate with this. Like, you are a healer, you probably have been through much in your life, and it's almost like people are like, how do they keep bouncing back? How do they do it? And then we've got Eisen, miracles. And Eisen is also another powerful marketplace goddess. So I see, like, for the people who are here, like you're pursuing creative endeavors, entrepreneurial energy through passions, utilizing your gifts, your spiritual gifts, your creative gifts, and really gaining ground and expanding and succeeding and flourishing. Okay? And keep going in your own way. Keep trusting yourself. Keep trusting your gut, your heart, listening to your intuition, making moves when you feel ready, the ones that you feel right and authentic to you, staying out of the fray, but observing the fray in order to learn how to avoid the fray, and releasing shame, expanding into joy, alchemizing it all, right? Alchemizing it all, and really experiencing a deepening unity with self, taking your power back, and ultimately embodying it, and like, eye on the prize. So I hope that this was helpful in some way. I wish you all the best in what you're doing. Keep up the good work. Keep minding your own business. Keep radiating, shining, receiving, and enjoying. I love you very much, and I will catch you in the next reading.